Mr. Lane, in view of the latest developments, especially in New Orleans, I wonder if you could tell us what you think about this new investigation started by Mr. Garrison.
I think it may very well be the most significant event in terms of an investigation since the assassination took place. The rest of us have been able to raise questions about the situation. In my book, I make reference to the matter of some strange meetings which took place in New Orleans and activities which emanated from there, evidently. But I could do little more than raise questions. When I tried to speak with the chief of the New Orleans Intelligence Bureau, Lieutenant Martello, he refused to speak with me. Dean Andrews, who was an attorney in New Orleans, who knew Oswald, who knew of Oswald's relationships with Cubans in the area, agreed to speak with me and to participate in a filmed interview for our film. But when we arrived at his office, he said he had received word from Washington that he would be in serious trouble. He might even suffer physical harm if he did grant an interview to us. So we could do little more than raise these questions, but Mr. Garrison, of course, can make arrests and can compel testimony and can cause a trial to take place, and evidently he was planning to do this.
Where did this word from Washington come from?
That's all that Mr. Andrews told us. He testified before the commission, Mr. Andrews, said that Oswald had come to see him about changing the nature of his discharge from a less than honorable discharge to an honorable discharge. And Andrews said that the FBI did not like that statement, and in fact when Andrews testified before the commission, he said when the FBI is on you, they're like the plague, eternal, cancer, never-ending. And he said because of that, he finally said to the FBI, all right, write whatever you want about me, but please just leave me alone. And he capitulated. That was his testimony before the Warren Commission, but the Commission did not consider that to be significant enough to investigate further. Evidently, Mr. Garrison is a bit more curious than the Commission was.
How do you think you can help Garrison, or how do you plan to help him?
Well, I've been at this now for more than 3 years. I've made many trips to Dallas, 9 trips now. We've had a squad of independent volunteer investigators who have gone to Dallas, more than 25 now, for the last more than 3 years. We've compiled a mass of information. Some of it led to dead ends insofar as our investigation was concerned because we could not go any further if the witness refused to speak with us. I'll make all of this information, everything I have, everything I know about this case, available to Mr. Garrison. He seems to be interested in the matter, and I hope it will be of some use to him.
Mm-hmm. What is your feeling, based on the knowledge that you have now, on the death in New Orleans of this man, David Ferry?
Well, it does seem strange that so many of the witnesses who had information related to the assassination of the president or to the murder of Officer Tippit have died mysterious and strange deaths, and many of them were violent deaths. It seems strange that Mr. Ferry, who was evidently about to be arrested by Mr. Garrison, took his own life just a week before that arrest was to have been made.
It's your understanding that he did take his own life?
Well, this is the statement that I hear from New Orleans. Of course, I've not conducted any investigation. I hear that Mr. Garrison has made that statement. He has conducted, at this point, a cursory examination in any event. In any event, we understand he's dead.